Hello, my name is Rory Baksh, and I'm a Senior Planner and Associate at Dillon Consulting. I'm the Project Manager for the City of Kingston's 5-year update of the official plan. We have now completed the second draft of the official plan, and this is the presentation for the statutory public meeting on November 5th. The City of Kingston launched the official plan 5-year update project in January 2015. Since that time, we have been meeting with a wide range of interests, collecting information, and reviewing past work. This has culminated in 2 drafts of the official plan. I would like to offer a recap of the rationale for conducting a 5-year update of the official plan, explain the key differences between the first draft and the second draft, and provide information on how stakeholders can continue to participate in the process. Under the Planning Act in Ontario, each municipality is required to assess if it needs to update its official plan. The City of Kingston most definitely needs to update its official plan for a variety of reasons. The Province of Ontario issued an updated provincial policy statement for land use planning. The official plan has to be updated to reflect changes in this and other provincial legislation. There have been a variety of studies over the last few years that need to be incorporated into the official plan. Furthermore, this update gives us an opportunity to reconnect with stakeholders. All of this contributes to planning a Kingston for tomorrow that will continue to offer a high quality of life for the next 20 years. We have been proceeding with the update of the official plan on a timely basis, thanks to the help of City staff. The second draft of the official plan was released in October. We've given stakeholders roughly a month to review the second draft. We hope that this draft does an even better job of responding to the needs of the city and its constituents. We still expect to bring forward the official plan for council adoption in early 2016. The pathway from Draft 1 to Draft 2 began with 3 types of triggers resulting in changes in the official plan. The first group of revisions are consistency changes. These changes are required to ensure that the OP is consistent with the 2014 PPS and other applicable legislation. The second group of revisions are follow-through changes. These changes are necessary to incorporate the findings of past council-approved strategies and studies, such as the Amenity Area Review Study, the Employment Land Strategy Review, a State Residential Review, etc. The third group of revisions are changes warranting discussion. These are planning issues emanating from provincial interests, past strategies, studies, and stakeholder consultation. Along the path to the first draft have been a number of public consultation opportunities. Throughout the process, Director of Planning Paige Agnews' planning blog has provided an ongoing mechanism to reach out and connect with those interested in the planning of Kingston. We held a session themed What's New at the end of March that consisted of an open house, presentation, and question and answer. There was meaningful discussion on the effectiveness of the official plan, current planning issues, and opportunities for improvement. We did a comparison of all the topics identified by stakeholders. The good news is that many of them are discussed in the official plan in sufficient detail. We did identify 3 subjects based on stakeholder feedback that will result in strengthened OP policy: providing better guidance on where intensification should occur, encouraging affordable housing, and emphasizing innovation in building design as well as consistency with existing development. City staff have also facilitated ongoing consultation with interested citizens through a series of coffee chats. These informal sessions provided an opportunity for citizens to share their planning ideas with Paige Agnew. The final event was held on August 26th. After we released the first draft of the official plan, we held another in-person public consultation event. We presented highlights of the changes in the first draft and had a series of displays summarizing the major topics and illustrating the revised wording in the plan. We received feedback through the typical question and answer period. We also had one-on-one discussions, and we input participants' feedback right into our live online commenting. Further public feedback continued to be received through our live online commenting system. This innovative tool proved to be very successful. It allowed stakeholders to easily find the piece of text in the official plan and tag it with their feedback. We were able to see everyone's feedback using this system. We also received further comments through email and written submissions. Here is a quick recap of the topics that emerged, which are reflected in the first draft of the official plan. There are a diversity of topics ranging from stable neighborhoods to locations for parks to culture and parking. As you can see, many of the changes in the official plan are in response to the needs of the Kingston community for better planning to lead the way forward. As noted at the outset, We also believe that we've met all the matters of provincial interest to update the official plan in accordance with the 2014 Provincial Policy Statement. We reviewed the feedback received on the first draft and have made changes to produce the second draft of the official plan. Our aim is continual improvement. Some questions were raised about changes made to the Ribbon of Life policies and the Woodlands policies. I would like to assure everyone that the policies as they appear in the second draft are intact. Some minor revisions have been made to the Williamsville Secondary Plan policies. This has been to remove policies that read like zoning, but we've ensured the intent of the policies is still clear. When I provided an update to Planning Committee in September, I said that we really wanted to protect stable neighborhoods. The second draft has even further policies guiding where intensification and high-density residential should occur. Lastly, the approach to planning business parks has changed from when the plan was first authored. This discussion began during the Employment Lands Review Study and is now materializing in the second draft of the official plan. We have adjusted the range of permitted uses to better reflect the competitive nature of employment land development and refined our original guidance on complementary uses, which are services such as restaurants, convenience stores, and doctor's offices that help create a well-functioning business park. There are also a handful of changes to mapping in the second draft of the updated official plan. Business Park Industrial is now shown on lands fronting the east side of Sir John A. Macdonald Boulevard. However, it should be noted that this is a change that was originally intended to appear in the first draft of the plan. Based on updated resource mapping, the boundary of the Wollastonite Mineral Resource Area has been updated on Schedule 3C. As a result of an environmental impact statement, some woodlands near Clogs Road have been removed from the Schedule 8A map. Lastly, the Kings Court Heritage Area has been added to Schedule 9, and the North Kingstown Secondary Planning Area has been added to Schedule 13. We are now on our way towards the third draft of the official plan. November 5th is the date of the statutory public meeting. All comments received from the public will be given due regard. All written submissions received tonight or afterwards will also be considered for the third draft of the official plan. We submitted the official plan to the Ministry of Municipal Affairs, and their comments are due back soon. We will review the Ministry's feedback and make any additional revisions that we can. Our final steps in the process will be to document the feedback we've received and how we've addressed them in a formal comment and response matrix. All the changes will be made and the official plan will be submitted to Council for adoption. Then it has to go to the Ministry for final approval before it comes into effect, or before any appeals may be filed to the Ontario Municipal Board. As noted, we are at an important point in the process where further public input is still welcomed. We are now in the formal consultation period under the Planning Act, and this is the opportune time to submit feedback, in particular if you have not provided us with any feedback on the official plan yet. We encourage you to keep in touch with us and have various options for you. Our webpage is www.cityofkingston.ca/opupdate. Our email is opzb_update@cityofkingston.ca. You can follow us on Facebook and or Twitter, and any subsequent presentations of this nature will be added to this YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your participation and interest.